Hello everyone! Thank you so much for the questions. I hope that you are staying inside and taking good care of yourself. The last Q&A video that I did was in September and a lot has changed since then. Okay, so let's dive into the questions. What I like most about living in Japan, I feel that Japanese people are very peaceful and respectful. People are really respectful on public transportation, really respectful in public. If something happens that might cause an argument in another country, it most likely will not cause any sort of disruption here, because people tend to keep the peace. An example of this would be if I were in a store and someone cut me online. In America, I'm gonna say like 9 out of 10 times they're gonna get called out on it, or there's going to be an argument of some sort or a confrontation. In Japan, if that happens, I don't think anyone will say anything. There's barely an acknowledgement of it. Just no one wants a problem. I know some of you are probably watching like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, someone cut me online, I'm gonna come at them. I don't really see the point in wasting energy over that sort of thing. That is what I like the most. What I like the least. I think I've mentioned this before, but people in Japan tend to put work first. If Japan's work culture weren't so draining and demanding, I probably wouldn't want to leave ever. I really love Japan, but yeah, the work culture is not the best. Not a lot of time off, a lot of people not taking time off, people having like different weird days that they work. I just find that everyone is getting sucked in by their job. Yeah, I wish I knew more Japanese when I came here, because then I would definitely try to do acting here. Honestly, I wish I worked at Tokyo Disney. Can you see me as a Disney princess? If I were a Disney princess, which one would I be? This is a really difficult one for me to answer because I've had so many memorable experiences. I think I thought of 15 different things I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to pick one, and the one that I'm going to pick is the first time that I hung out with 2 of my best friends, who you may recognize from a certain American snack video. The first time that I hung out with them, they brought me to a really local izakaya in Kyoto, and it was kind of this crazy experience for me, and I think for all of us. It was very uncommon. So there are 2 Japanese men, I'm a foreigner, and there were rarely any foreigners in the izakayas in that area, so they were so shocked to see me. Most of the people that go to izakayas during the week are businessmen or salarymen, so we were sitting in there and they were translating a lot for me because no one spoke English. There was this man and he was just kind of staring at me like, what on earth is going on tonight? He was just so like amazed that I was at this izakaya, and then another guy came. They just wanted to talk to me, but they couldn't speak in English, so my friends were translating. We sang karaoke in there, and I got to like show them my voice for the first time. We just had such a good time. Like, the energy was amazing. It was the beginning of a really wonderful friendship. Now I don't know what I would do without them. I think the biggest mistake that tourists make when they visit Kyoto is visiting Gion during the daytime. Gion is part of the old district of Kyoto. So this is a famous district with tea houses and maiko or geisha. I did an exploring downtown Kyoto video and I went to Gion and Higashiyama. And in that video, I think you can see how crowded it is. My life was changed when I visited Gion and Higashiyama for the first time at night, because then I was able to see maiko, because maiko often come out in the evening. Don't take pictures of them, but they're absolutely beautiful. Pictures can't even do them justice. So yeah, I got to see maiko. I also got to walk these streets that were empty, and I got to see the views at night and go to the shrine, Yasuka Shrine, at night. Explore this area in the evening. Go explore something like Arashiyama during the daytime. Kyoto, Gion, Higashiyama, go at night. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and so peaceful. You will feel like you are in Spirited Away or something. I have 2 other tips for traveling in Japan in general. So not just Kyoto, but any part of Japan. My first tip is to do something local. Do a local experience. Now, my favorite way to find these experiences is on Airbnb. You can do a sushi making class, which my parents and I did in Tokyo, and oh, I should make a whole video about that because I loved it. They have photo shoots. I made one of my best friends because I did her experience. She did a photo shoot experience in Kanazawa, and that's how we met. Yeah, do something local. Do something local with a real Japanese person. My last recommendation for Japan is please go up to Japanese people, approach Japanese people and ask for directions or ask for recommendation. It's best if you know some Japanese, of course, but most Japanese people are very shy and won't approach you. The only times I've ever been approached by someone, it's been an old man who wanted to practice English. So yeah, shout out to the old men who want to practice English. Japanese people aren't mean, they're just shy, so please go up to them and talk to them. Hope that helps. So, I ate a poisonous fish, but don't freak out. You can look this up. This fish is called fugu, this dish. The poison in this fish is lethal poison, but if someone is serving fugu, they are highly skilled and able to prepare the fish so that, of course, there's no poison. Many people eat this. It's really expensive. Shout out to my student who bought it for me. We went out to dinner and he wanted me and my coworker to try it. So of course we did. We tried everything he wanted us to. Yes, I'm a pescatarian, but I'm also an adventurous eater. Common misconception about vegetarians, vegans, pescatarians. We can still be adventurous eaters. I will try anything that a Japanese person wants me to, just as long as it's not meat. So I tried fugu and I loved it. It's just like a sashimi dish. It's just the raw fish sliced really thin. And it's kind of chewy texture. You dip it in ponzu sauce, which is my favorite type of Japanese sauce. Yeah, here I have some yuzu ponzu. And I love to use this while cooking. Yeah, this is a new bottle though. I've been cooking a lot of Italian recently. The whole quarantine away from my family indefinitely situation made me a little homesick for Italian food, so I've been making a lot of Italian food this week. Yeah, so I ate a poisonous fish. I'm fine. I'm fine. I loved it. So it's fun. My favorite place to escape to is the Kamo River or Kamagawa River in Kyoto. I have written a poem about this river in particular. In my poem, I said something about how the river was like a god that I needed to pray to. It really does like calm my spirit every time. When something bad has happened to me, when something good has happened to me, when I need to make a decision, when I have a lot of thoughts racing through my head, or just want to spend time with someone, I would go to the river and walk along it or just sit by it and listen to the water, write poetry. One time I was sitting there and I was feeling really lonely, and there was a Chinese girl. That's a really nice memory, actually. I forgot about that. During that time, I had been really craving like human touch, and when I left, she like reached for my hands and she said they were really cold, and she said I should buy gloves. And then she gave me a hug, and she didn't even know like how much I needed that. Like anytime something's not clear, I need to go to the river because that's where I'll find the answers. That is my escape place. No questions about it. Kamo River. The most empowering thing is how alone you are when you first go. I want to make that differentiation. When you first leave to go to the new country, you are so alone. It will hit you. You just think, oh my gosh, no one is here to tell me what I need to do anymore. I need to figure out everything on my own. It is the best way to grow up really fast. I feel like I aged 5 years. I haven't even been here a year, I've been here 7 months, but I felt like I needed to jump into adult mode and do things for myself. No one has the answers. Like people, my family from home, they don't know much about Japan. I'm now the expert on Japan. If there's a problem, I need to figure out how to fix it myself. And it's really empowering because it kind of hit me a few months in that nothing is scary anymore. I can go anywhere. I live in a place with this severe language barrier. So going to an English-speaking country is like a piece of cake for me. Nothing scares me about going to live in an English-speaking country now. Nothing scares me about going to live in a country with another language barrier because I already encountered such a severe language barrier. Yeah, I just feel free. Like I feel liberated. Most empowering thing is that I feel free. This is a really good question for the current situation. I live alone. There's no one else in this little apartment. The most valuable thing I've learned about living alone is that I can do it. When I was in university, I lived in a house with other people, and even if I lived in an apartment alone, I had a campus community. I had some place where I belonged to. I was affiliated with this university. When I went to London, I lived alone in an apartment a little smaller than this, but my 2 next door neighbors were my best friends, and we were together all the time because we were always at drama school. Again, I was affiliated with this school. I'm not affiliated with anything in Japan. I'm just a human being. I'm just a resident of Japan. What this has taught me about myself is that I want another person to be there. I want at least like a partner to live with in the future. It's just me and Pronto here, you know? Just me and Pronto. He's the best hugging buddy at night when I sleep. This is so sad. I'm fine, guys. I'm completely fine and independent. The quarantine does something to you. I'm just saying. I guess the most valuable thing I learned about living alone is that I don't want to live alone. It's the beautiful thing about going to live in another country And the beautiful thing about life, friends that have become my family because I don't have family here. That's what I'll miss anywhere. There are things like the food or the culture or the places I went, but it's friends. It's the same thing I missed when I left the USA, my friends and family. And it's the same thing I will miss every time I leave a place. But we can always return to those places. I know it doesn't feel like it right now. I don't know when I'll be able to return to the US again. And that kind of put everything into perspective for me. Just feeling like things were out of my control, out of my hands. I realized I have family here. I do. They're not my blood family, but I do have family here. That's what helped me make the decision to stay here and not go home. I have no idea when I'm leaving Japan. It's looking like I'm going to be here for at least 6 more months. You get more Japan content, but my family's missing me. It's kind of like a weird blessing and a curse. I get to be here and spend more time with this family I've created, but I also am being kept from seeing my family in the US. Whenever that may be, the first thing I'm gonna eat, the first thing I always want to eat, toasted egg bagel with cream cheese and Nova. Oh my god, I want that right now. Okay, for my Japanese viewers, Nova is a type of smoked salmon. So that's the first thing I will eat. Actually, when I got back from London, my dad picked me up from the airport and we went to the bagel shop. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Well, first of all, when I get back, I'm gonna be probably like crying and hugging my family because I'll be like, I haven't seen you in forever. Oh my god, when this is all over. What a nice thought. And then I get the bagel. I'm getting a little too caught up in the bagel. The first place I will go to, I really want to see my grandparents. Of course, there's so many people I want to see, but I want to see my grandparents. I miss you so much, and I love you. I want to go to my grandma and grandpa's house, my grandma's houses. Yes. So bagel and grandparents. 今日も見てくれてありがとうございました。Thank you so much for always supporting me and watching my videos. I hope that you enjoyed this and learned something about Japan. And I hope that you are dreaming of traveling somewhere right now, because when this is all over, I want you all to see the world too. And I want you to come to Japan. Let me know if there's any more content you want to see about Japan. Of course, I'm filming everything in my apartment. Please subscribe. I'm really close to hitting 100 subscribers, and when I hit that goal, I will do something fun for you. ありがとうございます. Thank you. またね. See you.